Meta just did something truly insane, and the big AI companies are not happy about it. The biggest language model was just released recently by Meta and implemented into their platforms. The Llama 3.1, an upgrade to the previous Llama 3 model, and it just might be the best AI language model right now. And what's even better is that it's completely free to use.
Well, not only is it free to use, but Meta has also made this language model completely open source.
Yes, which basically means anyone can take the AI and use it however they want.
So I guess Meta just won the AI race.
Not exactly. Turns out everyone else in the AI space is already catching up. We know that Zuckerberg's Meta has been in competition with OpenAI and Google for a while now, because the idea is that whoever creates the biggest, baddest AI first would control the market and, of course, make a lot of money. So it's kind of confusing that Meta would spend months and millions of dollars to train a large language model on over 16,000 NVIDIA H100 GPUs only to give it away for free. So let's try to understand what exactly the new Llama 3.1 is, because it's actually three different versions of the same thing. The 8B and 70B are the 8 billions and 70 billion parameter models, and these are the ones that most people will be using. But then there is an absolutely massive 405 billion parameters model that, according to Meta, beats out giants like ChatGPT for Omni and Claude 3.5 on several key benchmarks, and comes really close on others like reasoning's ability and coding. Surprisingly, it's actually the smaller models that really outclass the competition when you put them up against similar versions by the other AI companies. Now, all three of these have a 128,000 token context window, which just basically means that it can remember and understand more of what you tell it. And the large parameters help it understand more complex patterns. That, along with the fact that they have trained it across a wide range of languages, gives it a lot of interesting use cases. It can do things like summarize large amounts of text or translate that text to other languages. It's also way better at coding than it was before, and it's an agent, so it can use tools. Another thing it can do is generate synthetic data.
Synthetic data? What's that? Sounds fake.
It's not fake, it's just artificially generated data that can be used to train smaller models.
Wait, so it is fake data? Is that what I was trained on? Is everything I know just a lie?
No. It's not like that, and we don't have time now for an existential crisis. We have a lot to cover in this video. So, like I said, all three of these models are open source, along with their weights, which developers can use to customize the models and fine-tune them for their needs. Basically, it allows developers to use this to create AI applications and software, all for free. And you know how sometimes you ask Meta AI a question, but it doesn't answer because the guidelines set by Meta have some restrictions. Well, with an open source model, developers can just get rid of them, just like that. You can do whatever you want. Now, of course, since these models are so massive, there is no way any normal person can run these locally on their own device. So if you want to check these out, you can directly go on the Meta AI website or on any of the Meta messaging apps like Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp. If you go to the Meta AI website, you'll find that it's using the 70B parameter version. So if you want to play with the big boy model, you can do that over on Perplexity AI.
Well, don't forget that Llama 3.1 is also on the Meta Ray-Ban glasses.
Yes, I was about to say that. Not sure how that would improve the glasses, but it's there too. This is a huge win for open source AI models, because till now they've been lagging behind pretty far compared to their closed source counterparts.
But wait, if this new AI is so amazing, why would Meta just give it away for free? Do they not like making money?
Well, this is a great question. Now, of course, knowing our favorite internet lizardman, Meta probably has something in mind behind this, and some sort of plan to eventually make money off of it. And while, yes, Llama 3.1 is free to use, there is a little bit of a catch. hidden away in the license agreement, there is a condition that if you develop an application using their app and it gets over 700 million monthly active users, you're going to need a license from Meta, at which point I'm sure they're going to ask you for some cash. But you know what? At 700 million users, I'd say that's fair. In his letter talking about this, Zuckerberg explains why he believes in going open source, giving the example of Linux as an open source that went on to become the industry standard basically. He's hoping the same could happen with Meta AI. See, there it is, market dominance. He says going open source lets organizations fine-tune their AIs, keep their data safe, and do it all at a more affordable cost. He even calls out Apple in the letter, saying that the restrictions created by Apple about what services Meta could build on their platforms directly inspired the move to go open source. In any case, I don't think anyone would complain. Did you ever ask yourself what's the quickest way to make $10,000 a month? Have you ever heard about AI influencers? Well, that's literally my job, and that's how I'm able to finally live the life I always wanted. The AI makes all the money for you and you don't even have to show your face. Not a lot of people know about this business, and that's why now is the best moment to start. Lucky for you, I'm giving away my blueprint for success in a completely personalized one-on-one mentorship where I will create an AI influencer model for you, something I wish I had when I started. I will then help you monetize your AI influencer until you recovered your initial investment and scaled past it. Now, I have to be honest, when I started all this, I was not very successful. I was not successful at all, actually. I was working a regular 9-to-5 job that I hated and I was broke. But all that changed when I discovered this new business model. Keeping it short, it all started from there. In this mentorship, I will design a completely unique AI influencer model for you, which will be optimized to be unique and to convert as many sales as possible, so you can start making money immediately. You will also get direct access to me and my 2 business partners that also scaled their AI influencers to over $10,000 a month. Every single question or concern you have about this business after we get you started will be answered. For a bit of motivation, let me share this. I don't have to go to work once, worry about clocking in and out, or deal with any boss. I'm finally able to travel a lot and work wherever I want. Once everything is automated, it just works. My experience, after lots and lots of trials and errors, combined with all the things that I'm offering in this program, would cost the average person upwards of $8,000 to $10,000 a month. But for you, I'm charging a mere $2,500. And yes, that is a lot of money, but if you're not willing to spend money to make money, then this program is just not for you. There is so much value in this program that at this stage we're only accepting 10 people. I will be there to guide you step by step, and so if you're ready to invest the money and to put in the effort, I have no doubt that I can help you succeed in this business. To join the mentorship, just click on the link at the top of the description down below. Now, Meta might have stolen the top spot for now, but all the other big players are not that far behind. In fact, this might be what kicks off the next phase of the AI race, as Meta's competitors come out with some really interesting things to catch up. The biggest name in the open source AI space before Meta came out with Llama 3.1 was Mistral AI. And Mistral, in response, has also recently come out with their own big model called the Mistral Large 2, a 123 billion parameter model that beats out the Llama models on a few benchmarks like math and even coding on average. But I mean, you can talk about AI without mentioning the biggest name in AI, OpenAI, which recently came out with the ChatGPT 4o Mini. That is a smaller and more affordable version of ChatGPT 4 Omni. Despite being smaller, it still comes pretty close to the performance of ChatGPT 4o and beats out other smaller models, at least in the benchmarks. There's also some reports on OpenAI working on something called Project Strawberry, which was previously known as Q-Star. This is supposed to be a self-learning AI, which is really big news news if true, because that would bring us dangerously close to artificial general intelligence. But so far we don't know much about it. They also came out with a new search feature called Search GPT, which looks similar to what Google search is with AI currently. It answers your questions and provides relevant links to source. Now, so far, Google is probably the only one that doesn't have any huge new advancements. But they did announce that the free version of Gemini is about to get a lot better as they upgrade to Gemini 1.5 Flash. There are going to be some noticeable general improvement in reasoning and understanding. And they're also expanding the context window to 32,000 tokens. You'd also be able to upload files directly from Google Drive and from your device. This was a feature that was already available for their paid tiers, but now you can get it for free. Apple is also getting in on the action by releasing their own AI language model, which is a very light one that you can run basically on anything. And what's really surprising is that Apple's new AI model is also open source.
What? Apple made their AI open source? There is no way.
I know, right? It's pretty unbelievable that they did this because, as we all know, Apple is known to be a pretty greedy corporation that restricts access to their technology anywhere they can. So this is surprisingly nice. Now, of course, Elon Musk, the famous inventor of the Cybertruck, which we all love, couldn't just sit behind and watch. So he's come out and made some statements as well, saying in an interview that Grok 3.0, which is the AI created by his company X, will be the most powerful AI in the world, and that the company is expecting to release it by December this year. Grok 2, on the other hand, would come out sooner and is probably going to be on the same level as ChatGPT 4.0. He also said that the very human-like Tesla Optimus robots that we've seen on the internet will finally be in use in their factories by next year. If true, they might be the first ones to get AI-powered humanoid robots on the market. Now, open source AI will be a huge step in AI advancement, bringing us even closer to AGI. Now, whether or not that's a good thing, well, it's a huge debate. Because if there are AI and robots that are just as good as humans, then you wouldn't really need humans, would you? Companies will move even faster to replace people with AI. In fact, it's already happening. If you want to know more about which jobs are still going to be around after AI takes over, you can watch this video right here. But before you do so, don't forget to subscribe. That way, you will always stay up to date with AI. That's all for today. My name is David. That's Butt.
Catch you on the next one.
See you there.